Yeah, fashionably late. Fashionably late. Oi! Hello, 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 and hello. How are we all doing? How are we all keeping? It's Thursday evening. About an hour. Gonna get an hour out of me. And what's the weather like? Fucking horrible. Absolutely horrible. 3 minutes late. Yes. Getting better, Paul. Getting better. Gonna take some notes. Gonna take notes tonight. I don't know why. Yeah, well, Wanda's not away. Wanda's gone to where's she gone today? Some Barts with Leah, so I've got an hour to kill before we go and pick them up. So I thought, you know what? Let's come and see if there's anybody around. You know what? I've got no expectations these days with live streams. I quite like doing the live streams, but I'm not drinking any beer. So if you're expecting like anything beer wise, not today. I'm on the water. Been very boring. Very boring. I had I had one last night. Went to the Pompey game and had one on staggeringly good before the match. So I'm gonna get to the last one. I'm gonna get to that in a little while. So yeah, everyone. I need to make Paula a moderator actually. Add as moderator. Moderator. King Paul is now one of your moderators. Yeah. Was you teasing us? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We'll get there. We're gonna get. Why is my camera the wrong way around? I don't like things like that. How do I spin it? Can I spin it round? I don't know. Retouch. Does that make it like? I don't know. I'm so shit with this. I've got no idea. What's this? At least 1 minute is needed to start a highlight. I don't know why it's the wrong way around. Yeah. So what's anybody got a beer on the go? Anybody? What's everybody been up? What's everybody been up to? I don't know. Also, if my internet's going to last up here because I'm running it off one of these like sender things, and they can be a bit shit, to be fair. JB Mods, hiya Scott. Pompey is still depressing. What do you mean, the football team or just the city in general? Yeah, it's not the place it used to be, mate, is it? That's for sure. I mean, I'm almost 50, lived here all my life, and yeah, let's say it's gone downhill in the last few years. I think that's a polite way of putting it. Tony Fitzgibbons, you've got a beer. What beer have you got, my friend? Oh, the City, yeah. Well, the football team's doing a little bit better, mate. Hopper reviews. Hi, Scott. I got myself a garlic beer on the go for it. I'm sure I've had a garlic beer. If you don't watch the Hopper reviews, go and give, I don't know your name, Mr. Hopper. Go and give Hopper. Mate, he was a character in Stranger Things, wasn't he, Hopper? So, yeah, go give Hopper reviews some love. Anybody that's got a channel, feel free to promote yourself. I don't give a shit. Don't bother me. If we can help out, we will do. Evening. Oh, David. Bloody, I hate this thing. David Lewis. Evening. Good win for Pompey against Stoke. Moving up the table. I thought Pompey played very well last night for the first 25 minutes, and then they let Stoke back into it. Stupidly, really. Rob. Hello, Rob. And then killed it off after half time. Really, really good. So if anything's going to keep Pompey in the Championship, it's going to be the home form because Fratton Park is just hard. It's a hard place to come to. So hopefully they can stay in the division. What else have I missed? I missed. Good evening. Yeah, win for Pompey. 1664. To be fair, I don't think I ever released a video, and I know it's on. I think it's one of the member videos when we went to Disneyland, and I had 1664. And it's the first time I've had 1664 for a long time. But being very, very hot, it was probably the best beer I had because I was that hot. It was incredible. So. I don't mind Cronenberg of all of the. I mean, they're all crap, aren't they? Let's be honest, they're all like a bit much of a muchness, but it's not Well, it's not as bad as not as bad as Stella. It's not as bad as Foster's, and it's not as bad as Carlin. So, Adam, how you doing, mate? And then Stokies don't like it up. I'll tell you what, Mark Robbins wasn't very happy, was he? He was not a happy man. The old Stoke manager accused us of dark arts and tactics that were unbecoming of a football team. Fuck off. You win any game any way you can. That's how it should be. Pompey ain't strong enough to be a dirty team. Last live ever. In January, the last live of January, this is going to be, because I think it's the only live of January, and I don't think I've done any more. I thought, I don't like clickbait stuff. It's not something I do a great deal of, to be fair, but yeah. So I thought, I don't know. I've sat at work today. So Wanda's in London with Learweather on the way back on the coach because I couldn't get the day off to take him. So I thought I'd do a live for an hour. I've got loads of stuff planned in for next week, but I hadn't had anything planned in for today. And I thought, I'll do a live for an hour. And what would be funny is to say, clickbait, never doing a live again. If it's good enough for the Mac Master, it's good enough for me. Tony Fix. I keep trying to click. I'm so used to using StreamYard. I'm trying to put the comments on the screen, and obviously it doesn't work like that. So I do apologise, but I will read all your comments out. Rob, the Hopper reviews. If you don't subscribe to the Hopper reviews, I quite like them because you don't think you ever see Rob. It's all like AI stuff and but they're quite a bit of humour in them as well. So something completely different, beer channel wise. Worth going to give a check out. Tony Fitzgibbons in France says, my channel is called Our Move to... Have you actually got a channel called Our Move to France? If you have, then you are a moderator. As a moderator, you are able to put a link to your channel in the chat. So feel free, mate. JB Mods, at least Pompey didn't chuck the game away in the last few closing minutes. Oh, mate, it's been a struggle this year, and it's been... To be fair, before the season started, I said I would have taken I would take a place above the relegation zone, avoiding the drop on goal difference. This year it's about staying up. I don't care how they stay up. I don't care if they stay up on goal difference, on goals scored. I don't give a shit. It's critical that they don't go down this year, and I think they've got themselves into a pretty decent position over about the last 6 games or so. So I know they have the odd wobble away from home where they're absolutely awful, but I think I think they've got a chance now. Well, they've got West Brom on Saturday away, and then they've got the lovely Millwall. So that'll be fun at home next Tuesday, where the City are going to lockdown with those lovely people from Millwall. So yeah, all good. Adam says, you're looking trim, Scott. I'll try that again. You're looking trim, Scott. By the way, whatever you're doing is working. Thank you very much, mate. Not really on a diet at the moment. Still running. I try and run 3 times a week. Last week, I think I ran once because I'd hurt my calf. I've had a tight calf since I started running again, so I needed to give it a bit of a break. So I did that. And then on Tuesday, went out. I was going to do 3 miles and ended up doing 6, and hurt my hamstring. So on my left leg, so I've got to be a bit careful. But I went to Pompey last night, and it's about a 3-mile walk from where I live down to Fratton Park. So I walked half the way and then ran half the way home just to see if my hamstring's all right, and it's okay. So I'm going to run tomorrow, but I'm building up. I'm going to sign up for the Great South Run again. It's 50 quid. It's really annoyed me how much they put it up to, but I'm going to sign up for the Great South Run so I can. Still got something to move forward to. I'm still not drinking a huge amount in the week. Monday, Tuesday, nothing really. So I had one last night that's staggeringly good before the football. Obviously, Putty's out tomorrow, so it'd be actually. someone has very kindly sent me or sending me a can of putty, but I'm going to buy a can of putty as well, to put back into money back into the local economy. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a review. This is cheating. I know it's cheating, but you got to get your money's worth. I'm going to do a review of putty now because it's going to be green as grass. Let's be honest, they generally are when it comes out from Verdant, and um, I'm going to do one in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. So yeah. How are you keeping well, Adam? I do keep up to date with your check-ins on Untapped as well. So, but I don't think I've put any weight on. I think I'm about 14, 8 or 9, something like that, and I'm quite happy around there. But to be fair, that seems to be manageable for me. Your putty's stuck in Bodmin. Was it the last time you had 1664? Since 1664, I'm sure they used to. Oh, mate, it would have been better. It's always been better. I had that in France when we were in Disneyland, and it was okay to be fair. I can't remember the last time I. Well, I know when I bought it here because I bought the Kronenberg Blanc thing, which I thought was okay to be fair. So Tony Fitzgibbons has got another channel called I Move to France. Please go and give it a sub. He's put a link in there as well. Are you married? Yes, I am. I've got a picture of the wife somewhere. Well, I would be on my phone, wouldn't it? But yes, I am happily married. Of 3 years in March. Better get that right, just in case she's watching. Not Millwall, punch up guaranteed. So they came down. It was beginning, middle of December, Millwall, and we had a floodlight failure at Fratton Park. So we had 2,500 Millwall fans, and then they couldn't get the floodlights back on to guarantee safety. So they called the game off. So we had 2,500 Millwall fans loose in the city, which, as anybody knows in football, it's not the best thing that you want. And that's nothing against Millwall fans because probably the majority of them are fairly sound and decent people, but the saddest part of this weekend was, for anybody that follows football, don't know if you know, one of our supporters, Pompey supporters, died at the game on Saturday. He had a heart attack, and nobody should ever go to a football game and not return to their family. That's not the right course of events, and so yeah, love and heart best wishes go out to Alec Lum's family. Just an awful thing to have happened, really. Hopper reviews, well, seems as you've offered, mate, the Hopper reviews. If you're easily offended or like proper beer reviews, you may prefer to keep a wide berth. So yeah, go and give Rob a subscribe at Hopper Reviews. I don't comment a lot on things, but I do watch things these days. It's just a trait I've got into. I haven't really got the amount of time to comment on stuff, but I do watch people. I watch Dean, I watch Hopper, I watch JB, I watch a bit of Baz, I watch I know Paul Rake My Beard, and I watch a bit of Paul. I try and keep up with what's going on, but where I'm a little bit more removed from the beer scene these days, it's just I don't comment maybe as much as I should do. So Adam said his putty's stuck in Bodmin. Have you actually ordered one? I know they sold out in minutes, hours. I don't really know. I saw it go on. I think it was it £43 for 6 cans. Was it 4 cans? 6 cans. And I was having an and over it. And I thought, no, I'm going to pick it up from the brewer's tap locally. I know it's going to cost me a tenner, but I don't mind putting the money. And I was always going to. I'd already spoken to Wanda about it. She was fine with it. And I got a message while I was at work from friend of the channel, Beery Beast in the East, Andrew, and he said, "Do you want a can of putty, mate?" I'm like, "Well, I'll have one, but I will pay for it. I'm not. I want to take things." He's like, "No, I'll be offended if you take the money." So I'm going to send it. Also, I know I speak a lot about South Sea Brewing beers. I know Dave's updated his website, so now he's delivering nationally as well. And I think over £60 you get free delivery. I know £60 is a lot of money. I'm not dismissing that at all, but Dave Eastwood from South Sea Brewing does some really good beers, and now that he's delivering nationally, it'd be good to see some people be able to pick them up as well and review them, because on where it's been a very much a local brewery, I've sort of singularly banged the drum for South Sea Brewing Company, and he's got some really decent beers. X-Ray Specs, Bad Eye Bill, Casemate. They've got a new caramelized biscuit stout called Deep Desires. What else have we got down there? A Low Tide, which is a low ABV IPA. They've got he's got some really good beers. So if you're interested, I'll put a link if I can remember what it is. Let's see if I can find it. In the chat, because he has got some really good beers, and it's not just me banging the drum for him. I'd be interested to know what other people think of them as well. Right, where are we? Yeah, so go and give South Sea Brewing Company some interest. So it's staggeringly good at the. But saying that, Mackie do some. They pulled out some absolute worldies as well. So we're very lucky in Portsmouth. We've got 3 really good brewers, and we've got Urban Islands as well. But I don't think they do national delivery. I'm not sure about Mackie, but I know you can pick up Mackie stuff on things like Trembling Madness and things like that. So, what do you think of the vile murderer that stabbed? Well, have they sentenced him yet? I know he was in court and he was. Those young girls getting sanctioned 52 years. Did he get 52 years? It's how far do I go? Obviously, you've got a prime minister that apparently knew more than he was letting on. It's an absolute disgrace, really. I know he was trying to pull he wasn't well card when he was in court and everything today. It just sums this country up, doesn't it? An absolute shit show of a country now. 52 years. They can't give him a whole life sentence, so he's going to be what's he 18? So he's going to be 70 when he gets out. Should never get out. Never get out. No way near. I agree, Tony. It's not. It's not enough. If you're taking, how old were these girls? They were like 6 or 7 years old, weren't they? It's just not right. It's the world's gone to shit. It really has gone to shit. And when things like this happen, and then the bit I don't get is, I know he pleaded guilty, but if he hadn't pleaded guilty, you've got some arsehole stood there collecting money to defend him. How do you defend that? How do you defend what he did and have a conscience? It absolutely baffles the shit out of me. I don't get how some of these people sleep at night. It's quite incredible to me. It really is. I don't know. I could probably go into one. Adam says, had some lovely South Sea Brewing on cask. I think it wouldn't have been cask. He's only just done his first cask beer, and I think that was a mistake. I think he was trying to brew. So he used to brew in South Sea Castle, which is only a very tiny, little tap room and brewery, and now he's moved into a bigger brewery, and I think it's quite cold in the brewery, so I think it's messing up some of his timings, etc. So he's bringing out beers that, or he was brewing beers that were supposed to be something, haven't quite turned out that way, and he's renaming them, and I think he's just done his first cask. I think it's like a session IPA. It's about 3.4%, something like that. Something in it, I think it's called In at the Deep End. But yeah, he does some really good beers. If you can get, I've got a review of X-Ray Specs coming up. I can't believe I've never done it. X-Ray Specs, which is one of his core range beers. Casemate, which was originally brewed as his version of Punk IPA, but I think it's evolved over time, and that's a good beer. Heavy Artillery, which is about 7.2%, 7.2% IPA, which is really good. So when he brews Six Wives, a chocolate stout, that's really good as well. I want to do. I'm sure I mentioned this in a video, or it might be members only. Of picking the four, what I consider the four core range beers, a core range beer from each of the four breweries at Portsmouth, and doing a video again with them all, and say which one I think is the best. Now that opens me up for being banned from every tap room in Portsmouth, but I think that'd be quite interesting as well. David Lewis says, I got Mackie Mackie at my nearby bottle shop. Still not tried it yet. They do their Universe series. So they've got at the moment, I think it's Rawaka and Motueka. Those two Universe beers are really good. I know they did Simcoe Universe and Southend. That's it. Yeah. So the Universe beers are really good. Pizza Planet extra cheese is really good. They did my beer of the year on Untapped, which was their space shake chocolate, which was incredible. And I missed that in can, which is completely remiss of me because it was really, really good. But they're just fantastic. Very solid brewery, Mackie Mackie. They do a lot of. I don't know what you guys think about this. They do a lot of sour IPA, and I'm not. It's a style I struggle with. It's not something I'm a huge fan of. So, which is why I didn't really get round to Mackie Mackie that often. But they've started doing a bit more double IPA-ish as well. So, Space Shake I got the Space Shake, tried the strawberry, tasted like milkshake. Not had the chocolate one yet, still in the fridge. That was fabulous. The chocolate one was really, really good. I don't think I've had the strawberry one, but I might have. Can't remember. Why is this your last live? Hello, Martin Megatoddy. How are you? This is the last one of the month, mate. It's a bit clickbaity. Very sorry. How you keeping anyway? I know we did have a chat about. Always welcome, mate. Like 4 beers for the apocalypse. If he never pleaded guilty, it would have gone on for 4. Yeah, I did see that, JB. That. The only thing is, where he's pleaded guilty, he doesn't have to say why he did it or anything like that. And obviously, he's playing the fucking loony card now, isn't he? And I just think that. I think it gives a disservice to the parents, where the parents deserve to know why. And anything like that. I can't say too much, but there's a guy I know. I can't say it. They sell 14% beer in the supermarket here. It's nasty. What is it? That sounds tremendous. 14%. I don't. Is it a stout? Is it an IPA? Is it? Well, it's gonna be a triple IPA, 14%, or a barley wine or something like that, isn't it? What did I have this weekend? I had a couple of track beers. One of the track beers was absolutely fantastic. It was the blonde beer. I can't drink blonde beer. I don't know if you saw this was a few years back now. I was on Simon's channel, Real Ale Craft Beer, with him and Shednonce, and it was, we did the 10 Duvel Challenge, and friend of the channel, Andrew, the Beery Beast and he went over to Belgium last year. Chat has disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Don't know what that is. Yeah, he went over to Belgium last year and brought back some Belgian beer and sent it to me for just to have, and it's still sat down there because I can't. Yeah, something about. Why is my chat disconnected? Go on in here then. Connected no internet. Strong signal. Interesting. Right, let's restart that. My chat seems to have gone, so I can't see anything. Did I put anybody putting anything? If you are, just wave. Well, my broadband's died again, which is a possibility. Come on. 14%. Oh, chat's back. 14% bet that's on Simon's channel. Breakfast juice. I've had my. Do you know what? I've had my well documented. Thank you, Paul. Well documented problems with. I just like that with Simon over the years, but me. Him and Dave, Blue Van Man, we're in a really good headspace at the moment. We get. I don't speak to Simon a lot, but we get on. We're okay now. You know, it's and it's a nice place to be. It was Saturday mornings were horrible. They were probably horrible for him. They were horrible for me because I get up and people would be like, "Oh, have you seen what he said?" I'm like, I don't really care. I don't really care. And then there was the reach out. About 13, 14 months ago. We're good. We're good actually. It's nice. It's nice. I can't say the Wandas too. I'm going to do a whole video, and I'm going to tell the story of why Wanda doesn't do beer reviews anymore. And I'm going to review Wanda's last beer review. Actually, I've been thinking about it for a little while, for a couple of weeks since you might have seen the video where I had a look at our first ever beer review, which was it Love and Hate or Life and Death? And I quite enjoyed going back and having. Hello, Michael. How are you, mate? Yeah, I went back and had a look at our first ever video, and I quite enjoyed that. And I've been thinking of other ways I can incorporate stuff that I've done before. So I'm going to go back and have a look at Wanda's last ever beer review, which I have found. It took me a little while to find it and find out what it actually was, because I couldn't remember, to be fair. So I'm going to go and have a look at that, and I'm going to sort of explain why she doesn't do it anymore, which is sad, really, because I thought she was great, and even when we go out now, she makes me laugh with, because all she drinks. I mean, I've never known a woman that would go out and she'll session stouts. I mean, it's fucking madness. I mean, she'll only have a 2 or 3, and then she's absolutely arseholed. But it's quite incredible, and even now her reactions make me laugh. So I am going to try and get her to do a beer review here and there, because I think this channel misses her enormously. I really, really do. She's got a hell of a character as Wanda, and it's sad. It's sad, really, why she doesn't do it. So I will explain, because I've done touched upon it before. But I think if I'm going to do that video, I'm not trying to do it. Hello, Jim. How you doing, mate? I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I just want to explain why. Speaking of Belgium, I got a bottle of Hercule Stout, not opened yet. 9%. That should be decent, mate. I would have thought. 1664 is blonde beer. Oh, lager, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Can't remember. Michael Taylor, how are you, mate? I'm doing really well. I'm very well. I hope you're keeping well as well. David Lewis says, I used to enjoy you both reviewing with the different points of view and you having different tastes. And I think that's at the time, I know Simon and Mel did stuff before us, so I think that. But as a channel on its own, I think me and Wanda were probably the first to do it, to build a channel as a male and female. I mean, I'd say male and female. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Two genders, male and female approach to things. And obviously, Wanda hated beer to begin with, absolutely hated beer, and she's turned around now, so she likes a stout, and I make her try my IPAs that I drink, and she fucking hates them. So, and I enjoyed it as well, and obviously the chemistry that Wanda brings. And it took me a little while. I think I explained. Did I explain this in a video? I'm sure I remember discussing it at some point. That it when she decided she didn't want to do it anymore, it took me a little while to adjust to the fact that there wasn't somebody else sat there. So it was just me talking. So and it was quite difficult, to be fair. And I think I've got there now, but and then it was always a case of I tried to play the YouTube game a little bit to begin with, so I didn't swear, I didn't hold back a bit of myself. And then I got to a stage I thought, oh fuck this. I'm just gonna be me. If people don't like it, that's fine. I'm not. Love me or hate me. It doesn't really bother me a great deal. You know, there's greater things in the world. So I'm just me. I'm just me now, and I enjoy it. I enjoy doing the videos. I like doing the beer stuff. I've got loads of beer stuff backed up, stuff before Christmas, and I've got a couple of beers in the van, the fridge in the van that I've got to get out. They've been in there fucking 10 days. But it used to cause problems. It used to cause arguments with me and Wanda as well. So it's nice that I could do whatever I want. She's got her own little Disney, I say little, Disney Instagram thing that she absolutely loves. And so we're on separate things. But I will try and bring her in for some more stuff, to be fair. Where do I get to? Wanda is a legend. She's a character, mate, an absolute character. Pompey Jim, all right, must just tuck it into a Chinese takeaway from Pompey. £3.90 well spent. That's got to be from Cam 2, isn't it? It's got to be Cam 2. Wanda's never had anything from Cam 2, right? And every time we go past there, and it's absolutely rammed, and I'm like, go on, let's go and get some of this. She's like, I'm not eating in there. Radioactive food. I used to live around the corner from Camp 2, so I'm well versed with it. I'm assuming it's Camp 2. I mean, if it's not, yeah, brilliant. Is that from Camp 2? Oh, yeah, so JB must have said, is that Camp 2? Pretty cheap, that place. Yeah, Camp 2. Can too. Unbelievable prices. Chicken curry and rice, £3.90. What's £2.70 until the fucking cheek of it? But now £1.20. Bastards, eh? I haven't eaten in the Cam 2 for a very, very long time. It's all the sausages that are piled up like a mountain, and you've got no idea how long they've been there. And if you eat one, you might die. So for your £3.90, your chicken rice and your chicken curry and rice could finish you off. Paul says definitely on your own. Odd on your own. I know what you mean. As you look for the other person, who's I agree, Paul. It's a very obviously you've got Michelle with you, and it's a weird thing when you get used to something and that thing isn't there anymore. It can be quite off-putting. I think the first ever beer review I did on my own, it might have been Brewdog's Pale Ale, something like that. And I just remember thinking, and I'm waiting for somebody to come back at me with something so I can respond to it. And when that doesn't come, it's quite off-putting. So, and what I did was, obviously obviously the tripod used to sit outside of the shed and then film the table, me and Wanda either side of it. So I was like, well, I need to change the angle some way so I brought the tripod into the shed, so now it points just at me and obscures where Wanda would sit. What I also found was I didn't like. It's different here because you have to do this, but I didn't like having the. Cause obviously, I do the recording with my phone. I didn't like watching myself on the screen while I'm recording, so I turn it the other way. So literally all I've got is the camera pointing at me, and that's helped me as well because it's like I'm talking to somebody, not just to myself. And there's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just a personal preference at the end of the day. Maybe you could get a cardboard cutout. Do you ever see the one where she was away? I'm sure she was in hospital with Leah, and it was when it was me and her, and how the fucking hell am I going to do this? So I cut screen myself into a video with me with a mop on my head, pretending to be Wanda. This was way before I knew how to do anything really, editing wise. And I look at it now and I just think, oh, I could have done that a bit better if I'm honest. So I might try another one at some point. Love the chicken curry, pretty decent, making me hungry now. I had 20 chicken nuggets for lunch because I know Wanda's out. I got to pick her up at about 7:10 past 7. I think Leah's having kebab. I'm not having anything, so I'm done for the day food wise. But yeah, to be fair, you're making me hungry now. Rubber Fingers, hello mate, how you doing? Scott, looking well mate. Not sure if this is the right time to ask you, but what would, you asked me anyway. What would be your favourite 3 sci-fi movies of all time, in order? I'm guessing Star Wars number 1. Sci-fi movies? Oh. Oh, you got me there. Got a pen. And I can write. I'm gonna... No, I'm not going to ignore the question, sci-fi films. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take that away and think about that, and I'll come back to you with a proper video on it, because that's quite an interesting subject. Because I'm not sure Star Wars would be number 1. Well, your 3 anyway, Rubber Fingers. Give me some inspiration. Oh yeah, the mountain of battered sausages, the battered sausage mountain. I mean, it's when you drive past, and the fucking place is absolutely... I'm gonna have to do a review of Cam 2 now. I'll write that down as well. Cam 2 review. That's gonna get me beat up in Portsmouth. You do know this, don't you? I am going to be in all sorts of trouble for a review of that food because it is radioactive. So, or I'm just going to get a massive case of the shits and die. Yeah, the Cam 2 review. It'd have to be part of Chippy Trips, wouldn't it? The long dormant. I figure I'd come up with all sorts of things on the channel and just don't follow them through. I get bored. I've got the attention span of a gnat. So yeah, I'll top 3 sci-fi films I'll have a look at, and a Cam 2 review, and I'll try my best to get Wanda involved in that because I think that could be spectacular. Sid Cannon, how are you, mate? Last live, yeah, this month. Only live this month, to be fair. Great idea. That gets more vote too, Jim. Yeah, I've got to be a review of Cam 2 coming. All right, leave it with me. I will do a video in there. I'll probably get my phone nicked in Fratton. I have to be careful. And I have to get a Kevlar helmet, body armour, and all sorts. Not it's rough. I'm waiting for Scott to walk down Fratton Road or North End and play Count the Comanches. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Count the Comanches. Let's make some more notes. I've got to do... I did the Portsmouth High Street video around Christmas time, and that's done really well. It's about 5,000 views. And I did say I would go down North End because that's awful as well. So I've got to do a video along North End as well. Count the kebab shops. Fucking hell. I don't think I can count that. I've only got having my shoes off counting to 20. Maybe you could have a cut out of Wanda. Where are we? I've missed some comments. Pompey Jim says it's got to be dodge all the dog shit walking around Fratton, so it's hard. It is a not. I see. I run down that way. I did a video of running around Portsmouth 4 mile, but where I live, I run all the way down to Goldsmith Avenue, down Goldsmith Avenue, past Fratton Park, all the way down to Milton Road, all the way up Milton Road, back up to Cotton Road, up and along and around. And I could do about 8 miles of that, and I was going to film that, but it's been a bit cold and my hand gets cold. So, but that's a nightmare as well. Blade Runner's a great film. Ham and cheese pie with cheesy mash and green beans. Ooh. The trouble is, I wasn't going to have anything else to eat. And she's going to come home and want a kebab. I've eaten already, although it was at like 1:30, so running tomorrow, so could do, can I? Terminator 2. Yeah, Terminator 2 is a great film. Having a Northern Monk Striding Edge 2.8%. Brilliant beer. Absolutely brilliant beer. I'll tell you what, we went to London on Saturday to see the Pearl Jam tribute group that we got engaged to on stage, and we went to the price of beer in London, fucking extortionate. I went into Hamilton's tap room, the House of Hamilton in Islington. That was nice. Had a couple of beers in there, and then we went along to the garage where the gig was. Yeah, Jim, and we went to a little pub next door, and I bought a 330ml can of Copperberg for Wanda. And I bought a can, is it People, Space, Time and Money? The words might be in a different one. From Verdant, which is about a 3.4%. Really good low ABV beer. And it came to £15. And I was looking at the bloke and just say, you fucking alright? £15 for fucking Copperberg and a 3.4% beer. I'm like, whatever. So I had it and then went into the garage. I'll have a couple of beers. Went in, they had a can, looking in the fridge, and they had Steady Rolling Man. And I really like Steady Rolling Man. So I said, oh, look, I'll have a Steady Rolling Man, please, mate, and what Wanda was drinking and some cider. He went, just to let you know, the Steady Rolling Man's £9.50. I went, pardon? He went, £9.50. I said, it's a fucking £5 can. Wanda's like, shush, 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 shush. I went, fucking robbing cunts. I'll drop the seed bomb now. Anyway, never mind. But yeah, the price of beer in London is absolutely extortionate. Blade Runner, Terminator 2, Fifth Element, great film. They Live with Roddy Piper. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Roddy Piper was an absolute legend. Cam 2. Just stay away from the sausages and the chips. No, if I'm going to the Cam 2, I am having the sausage and chips. That's me done. Benny Salter, how are you, buddy? Hope you're keeping well. First and last, best and worst live. Lots of words there. Or count the Turkish barber. Oh, fuck it. How are they all cash? Are they all cash as well? Oh, that can get me in trouble, isn't it? Get in trouble. It is a nightmare down. I don't. Where are all you guys? I mean, obviously, I know Pompey Jim and JB are in Portsmouth, but where you guys live, is it all the same stuff? You either got a fucking vape shop every 30 centimetres with its neon glowing signs that are burning your retinas out. You've got Turkish barbers. You've got kebab shops. You've got second-hand shops. You've got betting shops, because you can't have a betting shop more than 4 inches apart in this fucking world. What else have we got down here? That's it. Utter shit. Utter shit now. Does my head in. Preston North End. No, we call it North End. It's just up here. North End of Portsmouth. Hurdle the dog shit. Part of the forbidden zone. What you been doing to lose weight, pal? Thank you very much. Looking good. I started running back in. Was it August? Sure, it was August. After we came back from Disneyland, and I was 17 stone 3, and I thought, you know what, turn 50 in July, I don't want to be 17 stone 3 anymore. It's horrible. So decided to start running again. Me and Wanda completed Couch to 5k a little while ago now. I've kept running, and up in the distance. I'm up to about 8. I did 6 miles the other day. I'm probably going to do about 4 or 5 tomorrow, and then I'll do a long one on Sunday, so 8 miles or so, and building back up to the Great South Run in October. I'm going to run that for Andy's Man Club. These wonderful, wonderful people that I go to every Monday. Men don't speak about their problems enough, and I'm one of the world's worst for that. Yeah, he'll be back to 17 stone 3 after that cow till all the sausages and all the chips, and then, well, I won't be, because once I've ordered all that, I'm going to shit it all out like nuclear blast. It'll come out, I'll be rotting from the inside out after eating all that food. I am fucking done after that. That'll be it, the dead zone. So yeah, just started doing a lot of running, mate, really, and cut the beer out in the week. Largely didn't realise how much I was drinking, 4 or 5 beers every night, and not moving my fat ass after I got home. Did a lot of walking as well with Wanda. Wanda lost about 1.5 stone, not that she needs to lose anything really. But what we do now is we've got a park at the end of the road. I'll go run around the park with Wanda, and then she'll come home after about 20 minutes. But we run in opposite directions because I've blown my faster than Wanda. So I just make sure she's all right for 20 minutes. She comes home, and then I'll fuck off for another like 35, 40 minutes. So trying to help her as well. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I haven't really been on a diet now for a little while, but I still watch what I eat. So yeah, but I'm not doing. Yeah, I've just seen Adam. I'm not doing dry January either. I've had a few beers this month, so I just don't see the point. I'm going to go back to the other comments. Urinator 2. I'm just going to the toilet. I'll be back. Emergency beers. Southern beer prices at Scott. Local micro pub does £3 a pint of cask on Wednesdays and Sundays. Staggeringly Good have got a good deal on. They've got on their core range beer. They've got 4 pints for £7 in a jug, which I think's pretty decent price. But the thing is, we're down in the south, Adam. The price of craft beer, it ain't that much difference to the pub anymore. And I know I was reading. I do a lot of reading of beer news. I keep meaning to do a video every month or so on beer news. And I saw that obviously the business rates are going from 75% down to 40%, which is going to put a huge strain back on the hospitality business and pubs. And obviously they're struggling already with the national insurance hike and everything like that. And we're losing 34 pubs a month as it is last year, and that's just going to get more and more and more. And obviously they've got to try and make the money back somehow, so they have to put the price of the beer up. And in the south, we get stung as it is anyway. It's fucking mad. It's yeah, I don't know. The Albion, how you doing, mate? Oh, money laundering fronts. Can't say it ain't, is it? Charity shops, yeah, we got loads of charity shops in Pompey. Fucking loads of them. You'll be back to 7. My toilet could confirm this. Merseybeer says, I'm not doing dry January, but I am going moist January, just drinking 1 day a week, and will be Saturday this week. So, since August, it was no beer, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, me and Wanda would pop up the Brewer's Tap for 1 or 2. And then Saturday, it would be day off. So have something nice to eat and a few beers as well. And then if I'm doing it, if I'm having a beer on Sunday, I'm earning it. So I've got to run or walk, etc., etc., etc. That's largely stayed in place. Obviously, Christmas didn't drink a huge amount over Christmas in the great scheme of things. I've had Christmases I couldn't remember. And to be fair, I haven't missed the beer. I've actually gone back to enjoying and looking forward to a beer. So where I've cut it out, not drinking so much, it's brought me back in love with actually having a beer. And there are certain channels that could learn from that. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm going to name any, but there are some channels that could learn from. Just step it back a bit, and you're going to enjoy your beer a little bit more. And I've loved it. I have, and I still miss it. Every now and then I come out and think I'll have a beer, and then I think, nah, I'll like more water. I'll have a cup of tea, go for a walk, go for a run, and that's gone. And that's not me preaching to anybody. It's just worked for me. Trying to lose weight myself, having to leave Mackie D's alone for a bit. I have got. Do I show you or do I leave it to a video? I've got something to wear when I do a McDonald's review, and I didn't review the new stuff because it didn't interest me. I haven't had the katsu curry wrap. I haven't had the barbecue ranch burger. Not really that interested. But when I do the next McDonald's review, Josh bought me something. Leah's boyfriend bought me something for Christmas. It's only over here. Bought me something for Christmas that I'm going to start using in the McDonald's reviews. So that should be fun. Rob the Hopper review says, I was about 17 stone, but I found that if you drink 3 or 4 beers, including Neepers, starting at exactly 3:45, you don't give a fuck. What happens if you start at 3:44 then? Are you in real trouble at that point? I didn't realise how much I was drinking, how much I was spending, how much I would justify the drink by saying, well, it's for the channel. I'm only drinking it for the channel. And when I look back at it, it does make me chuckle a little bit, and it makes me sad as well. And then I've told the story many times when I first met Wanda, and I started running again. I was going to do the Brighton Marathon, and I told her, look, I think I was 15 stone then. Excuse me, and I said I'd go out for a run, come back and drink a load of beer. And I said to her once, I can't keep doing this. You need to help me. She said, what do you need help with? I said, look, when I go for a run and I come back and I'm showered and I say, right, I'm going to have a beer now. Because I was drinking, and this is when I was drinking like 4 packs of Punk IPA every night. I said, look, I need you to hide the beer. And she's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, why? She said, well, you're going to shout at me. I'm like, I'm not going to shout at you. I'm asking you to help me. Really? I said, so she said, well, you are going to shout at me. So one day I go for a run, 10, 12 miles, come back, get showered. I'm like, right, where's my beer? I can't find my beer. I'm looking in the fridge, etc., etc. And I'm like, where's the beer gone? And she said, well, I've hidden it because you told me to hide it. I'm like, what the fucking hell are you hidden it for? Well, you told me to. I said, well, how dare you? How dare you hold my beer? I want my beer. Give me my beer back. And she's like, well, but you told me to help you. I'm like, how dare you? So in the end, because she wouldn't give me the beer, I'd go and buy some more beer. So it's things like that you realise that you beer makes you mad. Dom, how you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. A pint of Huckaback. It's on £6. Jesus Christ. I do like Huckaback. That's not a bad beer, to be fair. Done dry January and changed diet. Managed to lose 10 pounds in 4 weeks. Well done, mate. I was watching Rowie, the King of Beer Tube, the Craft Beer Basic, his video, and he's doing dry January as well. And he said he's lost a stone. So there is something in it, you know, and I am going to say something. because I think it's absolutely what it was said. I couldn't believe what was being said and I like Raggy. I've got a lot of time for Raggy, but he made a comment the other week where he said he doesn't eat a great deal, but the calories that he gets from alcohol help him through the day. And I'm like, man, oh man, calories from alcohol, they're dead calories. They provide no nutritional any nutritional benefit to you at all. And I was just like, I was shaking my head. I was like, oh, okay. And it's just, yeah. I'll leave it at that. How come it's your last live of the month? It's a little bit clickbaity, if I'm honest. I hope you're not dressing up as Ronald McDonald. Do you want to see the hat? I've got a hat. I've got a McDonald's hat. Do you want to see the hat? Sounds like I need a beer review channel to justify the next one. Why not? That's what we do. That's what we do. But I'll say I've had. What was the last beer review I sat and did? I can't remember. Been the weekend. Hello, Jim Bob. How you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. Happy New Year. Can you still say that on the 23rd? Saying that, there's a guy at work. We've been saying Happy New Year now for 2 years because we said this 2 years ago. How long into the new year is it acceptable to wish somebody Happy New Year? So we're 2 years in of every time we speak, it's Happy New Year, constant. So Happy New Year. Scott, have you been upstairs in the Sally Port lately? No, it's full of commissioned guns for... Huh? Yeah, that's got to be a piss take, Jim. Have you been upstairs in the Sally Port lately? It's full of decommissioned guns and even missiles. Fuck off. Well, that cannot be true. I need to go down there and film that, don't I? That seems like a challenge to me. Rob says, to be honest, I started my channel at the start of December and it's flown to over 1,600 subscribers. Well done, mate. Stupidly fast than I could hope for. But drinking beers has now become less spontaneous / fun. It's difficult, and it is difficult, and I've found now where I don't do, obviously through Christmas and that, I had all those West Coast IPAs that Wanda got out of the Christmas box, which I had a fabulous month. But I would bulk up, so I'd do 2 or 3, and then not touch anything, then 2 or 3 and not touch anything, and try and do it like that. And I agree, and I think any of the beer reviewers, and I'll tell you the other thing. Hello, Simo, how are you doing, mate? I'm very well. Hope you're keeping well. The other thing that I found was I was getting slightly addicted to Untapped as well, where I was obsessed with of tagging in beers on Untapped as well. So where I wasn't doing so much on the channel, I'd find myself on a Saturday, and I think I made this comment in a... Did I make it on the video? Alcohol on me. Yeah, I did, where I asked the question of, have I gone back to being a binge drinker? So obviously, I've gone from drinking every night, thinking that was normal, almost gone back to my teens, where I'd load up. Now I'm loading up, not loading up at the weekend, but having more at the weekend. And now I actually get, whereas before I couldn't remember last time I had a hangover, be completely honest. And then we went out for Barry the Bastard's birthday a couple of weekends ago. Got up the next morning and I felt like utter shit. So obviously my tolerance for beer has come down, and the trouble is I started off on 2 8%ers, which probably didn't help. Didn't help, to be fair, and then just nosedive for the rest of the night. So yeah, maybe I've gone back to being a binge drinker. I don't really know, but I agree. Sometimes I'd find myself sat in the shed reviewing a beer and doing it solely for the fact that I need to get something out on the channel. And I think everybody's guilty of that at some point. And now I do things because I want to do them, not because I need to. And I said a bit earlier, I actually now look forward. So probably going to go out tomorrow night and have a couple. I would have gone out tonight, but Wanda's not back from London yet with Leah because she had to get the coach today. So I'm going to pick them up in about half hour. So would have probably gone out tonight and then had nothing tomorrow. But obviously she's not here, so I'm going to run tomorrow. So I've earned my beer for tomorrow night. And then Saturday's our day off anyway, so I'll have a couple Saturday night. And there's some, yeah, probably some. But I enjoy the fact that I look forward to a beer in the week at the end of the week now. And if I do a beer in the shed, it's because I want to do that, not because I feel, oh, I better do that because I've got to get content out. I'm not interested in the subscriber base and growing the channel and all that. And I know I say, oh, subscribe, it helps the channel. If you subscribe, that's very nice. If the channel grows, it's very nice. I'm actually happy. I'm happy where it is. I'm happy where I can do what I want. I'm not tied to the channel, and I had been in the past. I was sort of wanted to, and you realise I just can't be bothered. There are more important things in life. Yeah, no joke. They're all anti-tank guns. Fuck me! I've got to go down there. This is brilliant. I could take my Cam 2 with me. Fucking anti-tank guns. I do worry about Raggy. Before Christmas, he was saying about cutting down because of his pre-diabetic. Yeah, I did. Well, I made a video, and I wasn't trying to be an arsehole. I don't come on here to cause trouble. But if I see something that I think needs speaking about, I'm not shy enough or dainty enough to not speak about it. And it worried me what he'd said. And then this comment about he uses the calories and alcohol as his sustenance for the day. That worried me enormously because that's not right. And I worry about him as well. I wasn't trying to be some sort of arsehole in that video. I was trying. It was coming from a proper place. I know I get a bit of a bad rap. I don't think I'm a bad bloke. I've got a big mouth, but my heart's in the right. My mum, my dear late mum, was described as heart as big as a bucket and a mouth to match, and that's me as well. I don't think I'm an arsehole. I can be if I need to be, but I don't generally want to be, because it doesn't get you anywhere in life. I am opinionated. If I say something, if I see something I don't like, I will say something about it. And I think he runs the risk of getting himself into some serious problems, and that would be very, very sad to see. I can't tell how to live their life because they just rail against. Yeah, I completely agree, mate. I went a bit mad on. Benny says I went a bit mad on Untapped a few years ago. It's like stamp collecting, but with beers, and you just want more in your collection. So I spent a day and a bit going through the whole of my fucking channel, so I could get my Untapped check-ins up. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And that's there now, so it's fine. But yeah, I like Untapped. I get a lot of pleasure out of that. I think it's quite good. I like the slightly different thing of doing a review in the shed and a review on Untapped, and I like the difference in that, and I can have a bit of fun with the stuff on Untapped as well. Why are you so surprised? Did you say you did say Millwall? Millwall got them back next week, so that'd be horrendous, wouldn't it? Luke John, how you doing, mate? Yeah, of the month, mate, not the week. Chef Beer, I'm on a similar path to you. I started running back in September. Well done. I did used to run a lot about 7 years ago. Yeah, about the same as me. Went through a divorce and stopped exercising. Caught the wave of getting into beer, became slowly more and more unhealthy, and in the last 4 months I've ran over 30k a week, and not only has my health improved, but my mental health now is where it should be, whatever life throws. Having that time on my mind, out for a run, listen to music is pure solace. I hardly drank over Christmas and not drank for 3 weeks. I have a half marathon in March. I'm going to stop drinking. I ordered some beers yesterday for the first time in 6 months. I picked up a can of putty, but I shall see them as a treat. Chef Beer, I don't know your name. Congratulations, mate. Do you know what? That's not far removed from myself, really. Ran a lot. Got divorced. I was 11 stone when I got divorced, and completely unmanageable. Met Wanda, went for a hell of a time. Not Wanda's fault, and just fell off a fucking cliff. Fell off a cliff and just became a fat, useless slob, in all honesty. And mental health was all over the place, which is why he manned Andy's Man Club. And I agree about the mental health with running. I listened to a wrestling podcast called The Lapsed Fan, and I've listened to it for about 10 years now. Stick that in my ears, off for an hour's run, and I completely agree. It not only your physical health, but your mental health as well. I'm probably better than I've been in a long time, and I attribute that, a huge amount of that, cutting down on the beer, so I'm actually sleeping a lot better, because I've mentioned this before. I was using beer to get to sleep because I suffered with insomnia, not realising that alcohol is the worst thing to get you off to sleep. B, alcohol actually aids depression, so that's something else to take into account. And obviously you pile the fucking weight on. Cut it out, start running, easier, healthier lifestyle. Still enjoy a beer, but well done, mate. I'm absolutely chuffed to nuts that you've that you see someone else that's doing the same thing, or and living and making improvements in their life. So congratulations to you. That's fantastic. Luke John, I've had one weekend of beer, Birmingham at the start of December, and I have had one dram of whiskey since I came back. I don't miss it. Lost 10 stone. Like 10 stone. Mate, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. You should be very, very proud of yourself. That is an enormous amount of weight to lose. So well done, Luke. Again, Luke's got a channel, Luke John Food. Go and give Luke some love. A lovely. I met him at Brew London 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Lovely man. So go and give Luke some love. That's an incredible achievement, mate. Huge congratulations to yourself. Jim Bob says, Scott, you're blunt with a huge. I am very blunt. I do apologise. That's the best way to be, in my humble opinion. I try. I've got better. I've got better, and I used to let things niggle me. I used to let things annoy me, and it still happens. But I've found a bit of peace. I've found a bit of peace of myself, actually. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that Wanda's put up with me, and we're. I don't know if people know about the Facebook thing last year where I dumped her on Facebook because she knew nothing about it. We'd had a huge argument, and she still rightly brings this up to the day. And I learned a huge lesson. I learned a huge lesson over about those 4 or 5 days, because we were finished, absolutely finished as a couple. And I realised I'd made a massive mistake. And since then, I learned I had some issues. I learned I had some issues, and I needed to deal with them. And I think I have. I'm not perfect. I don't profess to be. Neither she. But although that was a horrible week, yeah, I learned a lot. I learned a lot that week. That was an incredible week. Untapped is fun. I untapped every beer I have. Helps me remember whether I enjoyed the beer or not. Scott, have you played Untapped Roulette yet? I haven't. Do I have to? Do I have to be like Do you have to be like the pay thing? I don't know. You have to explain that to me. I've got about 10 minutes. I'm going to have to go because I'm expecting Wanda to message me when she's about 10 minutes from home. Untapped roulette is you amass a big wish list that you go, oh, okay, right, okay. Untapped roulette is you amass a big wish list, then go to a city and use the fine beer nearby, part of your wish list, to go where it is. Rinse. Okay. I'll have a go at that. That sounds quite interesting, to be fair. But I only go to Portsmouth. It's not going to be very exciting, if I'm honest. Taking the first step back into fitness health is the hardest part. I keep putting it off. Hang on. Right, I'm going to have to go now, guys, because I just had a message from my absolutely wonderful wife that she's about 10-15 minutes away. Thank you ever so much. You got through it, Scott. Sounds like you might not be perfect, but perfect together. Absolutely that. Cheers, Scott. Luke John, huge congratulations, mate. Chef Beer on you as well for sorting yourself out. Huge love to you. I'm going to have to go because I'm going to get the wife. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a great rest of the week. It's not last live of the month. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Have a great weekend. You got kids, give them love. Give them a hug. Give them love. Tell them you love them. See you soon.